Hello and welcome to a review of a bunch of XINH Avengers Infinity War minifigures. In this review we're having a look at X0187, X0193 and X0194. And I also previously took a look at the Thanos from the X0186. I didn't get that set because most of the figures in there are just direct copies for the original sets, as well as some repeats that we got from previous bootleg sets as well. So starting on the top row there, we have a minifigure version of Thanos. We have Kraglin, you know, the guy who gets the arrow in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. We have the collector there, which is a copy of the original SDCC collector, but he does have a new cape here, and since XINH is also a better print, he's definitely going to be better than previous versions of him. We have the human version of the Vision. We have Scarlet Witch here in her Infinity War getup. We have Captain America here. XINH did release another Captain America in the Thanos line that they did, the 8 figures, but here they improved it by giving him more proper shields, as he does in the movie. We have more Machine here at Mark and Starhawk. On the middle row there, Iron Man in his super armor. You have Gamora, the Wasp there, who has a proper helmet, unlike the Lego version, which kind of sucks. Falcon, Vision, Proxima, Midnight, Squidward, Ebony Maw, and Doctor Strange here, who has a pretty cool magic effect that Lego does not have. And finally, on the front row there, we have Supergiant, Okoye, so the two sort of royal guards from Wakanda. We have War Machine in his regular getup, so that's cool. I'm loving all of these sort of human looks of them that's not in their power armors and stuff. Tony Stark in his Infinity War getup, and Spider-Man just as he gets up the school bus and gets the spider mask just before he puts it on. Pepper and Groot. There's a video game console there that regular Groot from the regular Lego stuff does not have. Let's go over the differences of this set compared to the official Lego stuff. First of all, we have the Wasp here, who's using the mold from the Ant-Man helmet, and I think it looks much better, and it actually is dual molded, you know, two types of color palettes, transparent yellow and metallic silver there. And the body itself, of course, is a different design compared to the official ones, and actually has leg print, even though the official one doesn't have that. The Falcon is the same figure overall, but first of all of these panels are actually printed on and not sticker sheets. That's already better right there. In fact, you could probably put these on the official one and make it look better. Another thing that's different here is that this round curved piece here on the official one is actually two smaller pieces plugged onto there, so that's a bummer. Iron Man has black pieces here instead of these red ones, and for some reason the bootlegs gave him a robotic arm here. I guess they just didn't want to mold all the extra blue special effects and stud holders for him to hold on to. Vision is quite different here compared to the official Lego one. The overall print design is the same, but they've actually given him a red leg, and they've given him a green head with the face printed on here, so he looks way more accurate to the Vision than the Lego figure does. Now, instead of the generic special effects parts that they've given Doctor Strange and all the other superheroes, they've actually gone back to, the bootlegs have gone back to like the original Doctor Strange set and used the same effect there, except they printed a new spell. The old one had the yellow spell, a little yellow sparkly spell on it, whereas these ones have the new green sort of portal spells on it. And I think the other figures from this set are the same designs as the Lego. So the two figures on the right here are exactly the same as the Lego counterparts, and the print job here are all pretty good. Her weapon here does use soft plastic for these blade areas, and her weapon here is a soft-ish katana, so it's safe-ish. So these two are the same. They copied them pretty well, turn them around, and they look just as good on the back as they do on the front. I will say that the black horns painted on the hair piece here is not that accurate, but it's decent enough and gets the job done. There's one difference with Gamora here that I didn't mention previously, is that she has dual molded legs, making her pants here make more sense, like, because this is meant to be like a jacket that comes all the way down around her legs. And so here, it actually goes all the way around her, whereas the Lego, they just use black legs, black plastic legs, and they only printed the front. So this one's an improvement over the official Legos. Hey, you like the real stuff that costs more? Well, here's the cheap one that's better than the real one. Printing on her is also excellent. If you look at the movies, Vision actually has blue backing on his head, this greenish blue color, which the bootleg has, and the official Lego one is just a red head, where they printed bits of the green on it. So again, this one looks better. What Lego could do that. Lego could just use a green head and just print a bit of red on it, but I don't know why they didn't do that. This looks good. And the Lego figure also just has pure green legs, whereas the Vision has red boots. Now the downside to this one is the back there, the way it goes all the way up and on the side as well, so that's not too accurate, but at least from the front, it's way more accurate than the official Lego stuff, and the back and the side are kind of like covered up by the cape anyway, so you don't notice it. Look at the arms there, good print, back, good print. Yep, better than Lego. One downside to Gamora here is that the arm coloring doesn't match the torso coloring. That's a shame. So when we look at these two figures with their giant built backpacks, if you look at Iron Man here, this one doesn't follow the Lego, like I said, this one's red instead of black. But if you look at the official images from the movie and design concept art, there shouldn't be a big patch of black there. So once again, this coloring is more accurate than the official Lego one. Now, these things are way too bulky and way too big for what it should be anyway, and there should be a bit more like gold details or linings there, but that's impossible to do in bricks this size. So, not sure what the black is there, it's meant to be shadow or something, but yeah, again, it's better. Not quite sure about the robot arm though, that's where the Lego one's better. It's just a regular minifigure arm. This robot arm is interesting, I suppose, but it doesn't quite too much sense for him to have this right here. I mean, he does have that arm cannon thing, but this entire arm has been roboticized, so yeah, that's not quite right. As for him, like I mentioned previously, this piece here should be two smaller pieces. It doesn't hinder the articulation too much of the wings, but it does block it somewhat. So that's the downside to this one, but these pieces are still printed instead of stickers, so hooray! Alright, so close look at the print. Her print design, I think it's based on the end credit scene of the first Ant-Man movie. The print of the black lining and the rest of the colors is slightly misaligned, so the pattern is a little bit off, and that really sucks. Now the figure kind of sucks because, yeah, the print job is just not good. But she does have leg printing, arm printing, a secondary face expression which is pretty much the same, but she does have back details on the body as well, so ignore that face, it's pretty much worthless because it's just the same as the front. Reminds me of all the older Catwoman face designs. Like I said, Falcon here, he does have like arm printing, which is more than the Lego version. The metallic silver is a little bit smudged on this goggle there, but not too much. And he has a facial expression on the back, and yeah, pretty good detailed back prints. Iron Man's print job seems to be a direct copy of the Lego stuff, and it looks really good. Here you got the two different red tones, it's great. Moving to the back there, they didn't skip out on this sort of digital screen face on the back, and the back printing on the body is also good. Doctor Strange here is also a direct copy of the Lego one, however the time stone is actually green here, you know, like it is in the movie, whereas on Lego one it's just a little grey and off. But this thing's meant to be opened. What I don't like about this figure though is that these orange linings are way too bright, way too orange. It looks, whereas the actual Lego figure is a bit more toned down and realistic. It's like a sort of darker color. The white bits on the hair is printed okay. The cape is a little bit too soft for my liking, but the back print here and back look seems pretty decent and pretty close to the official stuff. Next up, almost all of the figures from this set are not released by official Lego, but the ones that are also altered. The collector here is an updated version figure, and he actually has a proper cape that looks like his weird fur coat in the movie. This version of Scarlet is not even released yet by Lego. War Machine, of course, has this bulky armor here, which is different and not released on any Iron Mans from the official Lego stuff. So okay. And Steve Rogers here is based on the official Lego, but they've actually added arm printing, proper Wakandan shield, at least the look of it, and dual molded legs to give him proper boots. The official Lego one just has blue legs. That's just lazy on Lego's part. And again, the bootleg is better than the official one. What the hell? Take a close look at this bulky armor first. The print job is pretty okay. You also got some sort of pixelized camouflage printed on his shoulder pads. The mask itself is also printed. You got the little details there printed on top of there. The little lines, got the red eyes. And yeah, overall looks pretty good. Now, I'm not a fan of these bulky armor stuff for the most part, but this one does look okay. I mean, he is an iron suit after all. And he's got this cannon there that's just plugged onto the back. But this one doesn't fire that well. It just... yeah, that happened. And there's actually surprisingly a bit of print detail on the back of the armor as well. I like the look of civilian look of Vision. And Scarlet Witch here, he still has the Mind Stone on his forehead. Printed right there. The clothing is pretty accurate, and the facial expression is a bit pissed off there. Oh well. Scarlet Witch actually has some fabric on her hips. Her boots are not printed all the way around, so that's a bit of a shame. Just need to get some black marker pen and cover the rest of that to make it a bit better. And yeah, again, she looks quite accurate to her Infinity War counterpart. Without the armor pieces on War Machine there, he's just wearing, like, I guess a tight shirt or something, so he's got like his muscle patterns, but then it doesn't quite make sense when you got this armor pattern on his arms. Like he's wearing armor on his arms but not on his torso. Reminds me of like the armored Batman action figure from Kenner for the animated series, where you know he's Bruce Wayne, but he still has armor padding, and then you just slip on the bat disguise, like the bat mask, and he becomes Batman, and where the armor plating makes more sense. On the back there, like I said, he's got all this back printing stuff. He's got a secondary face print and this back print there, just general body print. But it does seem to have some sort of armor padding on there, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but the front doesn't have any of that. Oh well. And then of course we got Captain America. Like I said, he has like a proper Wakandan shield. Give this man a shield. And he has it. The official Lego one just gives him like some standard like Ninjago claws or Shredder claws or whatever. Hair color does not quite match his beard color. He doesn't have a secondary face, but yeah, the rest of his print is pretty spot on. Leg prints are good, back prints good. Gotta love that dual molded leg that the official doesn't have. Next up, Starhawk here. He's not quite the movie version of Sylvester Stallone because he doesn't have the look, and the uniform is a bit different, but the color's the same. And yet he's not quite the classic comic book version because he's not got the ridiculous mask going on. So he's somewhere in between, I suppose. He also has like the weird white hair bits printed on him. He's got arm printing, dual molded legs, and back printing here. In fact, if official Lego ever announces a Starhawk figure and be like, hey, this is what it looks like, people will be really pleased. But no, Lego's not doing that. I'm not blaming Lego for that because this is a bit more of an obscure character. I suppose if they did do it, it would be like another Comic-Con exclusive. I hate those. And then we have him, I think the actor's played by the James Gunn's brother or something. He doesn't have dual model legs, which is a shame. Doesn't have any side leg printing either, to make his uniform look a bit off. But it still has this piece here. It's got the arrow. The torso there is not based on the original Star-Lord's Ravager uniform, so it is quite different. I wonder who they copied of in the internet for that. It's got arm printing, looks pretty awesome. Now the collector here, his cape, by the way, BD or whoever, I don't know what that means. Is that someone's watermark, like when they designed it? I don't know. His torso and legs are updated. The original Lego legs from the SDCC only has these red bits on the side, whereas here they've added some more silver lining and some boot print. I'm not a fan of the boot print, but I'm okay with the pants lining. It's also updated ever so slightly, and the printing on the hip piece there is smaller than the original Lego figure. He does have back print, and back print's pretty good. He's just slightly different. But he does not have secondary face print, which the official Lego one does, so that's a shame. So maybe use this figure and then get one of the other bootlegs, like a Deku one or whatever, where it does have the secondary face print. Just swap the heads around and there you go. You have a pretty spot on and good collector minifigure. And finally in this set we have a minifigure scale Thanos. Again, not really sure who they copied from, but he does have dual molded legs, even though he has this cloth piece that would replace the point of a dual molded leg. Oh well. However, it's there. It's got the gold prints, shiny prints, overall prints pretty good. Some purple muscle tissue on his arms. And yeah, he looks pretty good for a minifigure version of Thanos. So if you don't like the big figs and you want Thanos to be almost the same size, bringing a big figs Thanos here, you can pretty much see that the proportions are way off. This is way too bulky, way too big for it to be in scale if you're think about the MCU. But then again, this minifigure version isn't exactly the right scale either, because he should be bigger and towering over the other ones. Maybe they gave him woody legs, but that would still look a bit off. I'm not quite sure. I suppose if this minifigure was just bigger, like just overall bigger, like just increase the size of the mold, that would be great. So could someone do one of those maybe? Like, I'm asking for a completely new mold here that's just a slightly larger size version of the Lego minifigure. I wonder if that must be possible. Bootleggers have done that so many times, like just enlarging action figures and making it a different scale. So they could do that with minifigures too, right? And our last set for this video, if I were to compare this to the official Lego stuff, Groot there is a lighter tone plastic color, which I suppose more closely resembles the wood color in the movies. Whereas the Lego one is a bit too dark brown because it just follows that kind of brown, which doesn't make too much sense. But still, this wood color does seem a little bit too bright, and I do prefer the darker color from the Lego stuff. But if you like screen accuracy and all that, I suppose the lighter color would make more sense for you, right? And he also has a video game panel there, which is not the correct one from the movie, but they're just giving him just because, I suppose. And these two here, now she's an altered version of the actual figure that came with the Lego, but they've given her more like warrior pants, just like her, and the armor pieces, and altered the design just so slightly, so she looks like one of the warriors and not Black Panther's sister. But that's what they took the figure from. They took that and just altered it. With this one, they've given her like the leg pattern again, just to add more detail to her, as well as the golden thing on top of her head. which the official Lego one does not. So the official Lego one is just no leg printing and no clothing on the forehead, whereas here she has it. Civilian clothing. I do like it when we get more sort of civilian looks of superhero characters in minifigure form. And I mean, we didn't get Bruce Banner until Thor Ragnarok. And even in Infinity War, it's just the same Bruce Banner figure that just repeated. So, oh well. Here we have Tony Stark Pepper, War Machines, Peter Parker here. So that's pretty cool. No Peter Parker hair though, but I guess you can just get one of the other Peter Parker hairs and just put that on there. This is actually a pretty interesting way to use beanie hats as a Spider-Man mask that is just flipping up. That's quite creative, pretty cool. Must have copied that off a fan. This shirt even has little details and prints on there. That's pretty awesome. Leg print, and yep, hood print. It's pretty cool. Yep, like this a lot. Looks really great. War Machine here looks pretty cool as well. I mean, his arm sleeves aren't printed, right? Because you still see arms there. The blue doesn't go all the way around, so that kind of sucks. He does have back leg printing, and that's awesome. No back head though. None of these have back heads. Pepper here looks pretty good. At first I thought this was like a copy of Marion Hill or something, but nope, it's her like exercise clothing that you see at the start of Infinity War. So that's pretty awesome to have that here as well. It also has Tony Stark himself in his jumper, the Iron Man logo for his like nano suit. Pretty good. Arm print, back body print, all very sharp and detailed, and yes, I definitely recognize this look from him from the movie. I remember it. Before we take a closer look at the last 4 figures, these arm pieces are pretty cool, I suppose, but what I don't like is that they use the Ninjago sword holding ones. That's silly. I'll probably just snap these off later because I just don't think they should be there. And then her spear is a beautiful spear from the Minifigure Collectors series. I think it's from one of the Roman Centurions. That's pretty cool. So she's got a spear like that, but she's just got a regular spear. Why wouldn't they both have the same kind of spears? Alright, so these 2 figures are pretty cool. The print and details are pretty awesome, and they get, slight different color variations of the same suit designs. They all look pretty good. Arm printing is pretty nice as well. Again, just same design, different patterns. And there's also back print, but why does she have a back face print? She doesn't have any hair to cover it up. That's just silly. I suppose you just have to rub that off. Or keep the face you want. Why? No. Groot here, aside from the color variation, he also has leg print, arm print that the official Lego one is missing, and the green print on the color here is actually a slightly lighter color compared to the official Lego one. So again, it's just a little bit different. They've also added some more green paint on top of his head for more of the the grass and plant that he's growing out as leaves. And here's a good little back, again with a slightly different green color, which more closely resembles his film counterpart than the official Lego figure does. And finally, Supergiant here, I don't know her, but apparently she is one of the other, the Black Order, the children of Thanos in the movie, like those blue skinned people who fight for Thanos. They're part of the Black Order, and she didn't get to appear in the movie, so I guess they just put her in there so you can add her to the group. Like, this is the missing Black Order member that's not in the movie, but she is in the comic books. So she also has the blue skin, and the white armor, so she does follow the design concept of the other ones who appear in the movie. She has a pretty thick cape, furry on one side, standard XINH, and shiny on the other side. And she also has back, body, and leg print. So pretty cool, I guess, for people who are fans of the comics and are like, oh no, she didn't appear in the movie, but they can still get a minifigure version of her to accompany the ones that did appear in the movie. So that's nice for them, I suppose. I just don't know who she is, but she's nicely produced. I think it's saying something when a lot of these figures, when I'm talking about the bootlegs, I'm complaining about the official stuff so much more than the bootlegs here. That's a problem with the officials. I don't know why they can't be as good as the bootlegs. Just being either lazy or cheap, or just trying to increase the profit margin. Who knows, but the bootlegs are doing it, and they're way cheaper. So overall, all of these figures from XINH based on the Infinity War. There are a few other sets out there that I've not bothered to pick up, but I'm going to assume that the quality is pretty consistent here. Everything that's a direct copy of the official ones are pretty spot on, pretty good, printed pretty well. I think only the Wasp here is printed slightly off, but all the other figures seem to be printed pretty good. And a lot of the figures that are based on the official ones are actually improved upon. Added dual molded legs, added arm printing, added leg printing, back leg printing, and even improved on the color selection of the plastic as well. As for the figures that are not based on the official stuff, they're all produced quite well and would definitely fit in with the official stuff if you have any of them. So kudos to XINH here. All these figures are pretty awesome. If you want more details on the big Thanos figure, you can check out the Thanos comparison video. So yeah, these are pretty good stuff. If you enjoyed this video, found it useful, please consider clicking on the like button, subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and consider supporting this channel by turning ad block off or heading over to Patreon and supporting this channel that way. And what do you think of this different type of video style? I'm just trying to change up just a little bit by combining videos into one and reducing a lot of the things that I will repeat over and over again. If I'm reviewing these sets separately, I'll be repeating a lot of the information in there. Whereas here you get to see all of the Infinity figures in one lot, or like the other video I did where you see all the animated Pogo stuff in one lot. And hopefully this is a better video experience than separating them up, and so you just don't need to you don't need to see me repeating the same things over and over again. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Take care, have a nice day, I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.